Well, while fending off a lawsuit filed by Disney World in his home state, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis spoke of the importance of the U.S. Israeli relationship in Jerusalem on a foreign policy trip ahead of an expected presidential run. Reiterating Israel's right to defend itself, DeSantis pointed to Florida successfully fighting the boycott, divestment, sanctions movement against the Jewish state. He also said U.S. policy should recognize Jerusalem as the eternal capital of Israel.
We must also ensure that, however the future political winds may blow, the U.S. Embassy will always be right here in Jerusalem. That's never going to change.
Well, joining us now is David Brody, CBN News chief political analyst. David, always great to see you. So Disney is suing the governor over the takeover of its theme park district, claiming government weaponization and targeted retaliation. David, of course, we know the fight centers on a state ban on teaching sexual orientation and gender identity to early grades. David, as a candidate for president trying to win over general election voters, how does this play out?
Well, you know, the short answer and a bit of the easy narrative is to say this will help Ron DeSantis. I'm not necessarily convinced of that, however. Let's unpack this for a moment. What Ron DeSantis has done here everybody's talking about he went after woke Disney and all of that, rah, pat him on the back, right? Hold on for a second. Actually, what some conservatives are saying, and it does make sense, is he's actually not doing the conservative thing here at all. I mean, for a governor to go ahead and crack down on a company over their woke policies, in essence, is an anti-conservative position. I mean, think about it the other way. What if there was a Democrat governor, a liberal governor, cracking down on a conservative Christian company like Chick-fil-A for X, Y, and Z reasons? I think Christians would be up in arms. Conservative Christians would definitely be up in arms. And so I think there's more to this than just a slam dunk win for DeSantis on wokeness. I think it goes much beyond that.
Well, he's taken criticism. I know a Trump spokesperson once tweeted out that DeSantis got out-negotiated by Mickey Mouse, and then today declared White House contender Nikki Haley came out against DeSantis on jobs, saying Disney can come move to her home state of South Carolina. So, David, how big are culture wars, jobs, and the economy going to feature in this 2024 race?
Well, they're obviously all going to be huge. You know, everybody says it's the economy, stupid, jobs in the economy, jobs in the economy. True, but let's also remember inflation was really bad, and look how the Democrats did in the midterm elections. They didn't do all that bad. So let's hold off on the jobs and economy being the only factor here. I think the culture wars are huge. We know abortion helped Democrats in 2022 during the midterms, and I think the school boards and the parental rights movement will definitely help conservatives and Republicans if they play their cards right in 2024.
Speaking of the GOP field, David, in the minute that we have left, the #1 presidential contender there is former President Donald Trump. He's out with a new ad attacking President Biden. David, the question, are Americans ready for another Trump-Biden rematch?
Wait, John, is that rhetorical? Because, look, here's the deal.
It's real.
It is real. Well, and that's my answer, John. They may not be ready for it, John, but it's real. And it looks more realer, if that's a word, realer. I'll look it up later. More realer. It's like funner is a new word now. More realer than ever, because the polls are suggesting indeed that Trump is the man to beat. He's always been the man to beat. I got to tell you, the oxygen, my sense, my sources, all telling me that, look, let Trump get it out of his system, let him run again, and then the Republican Party will move on. But right now, this is Donald Trump, President Biden, part 2. And if you need me, I'm taking prescription medication.
Right. Well, we've got some 500 days left before we actually get to the election, so we'll just have to wait and see. CBN Chief Political Analyst David Brody. David, thanks for your time.
You bet. Thanks.